This is Erica Alley's speech number 4, the persuasive speech, and this is my audience member. All life forms, whether on Earth or elsewhere, are all part of one giant consciousness. According to AmericanChronicle.com, astronaut Dr. Edgar Mitchell, after already traveling to the moon, said this: Dr. Mitchell is one of many who believe in other life forms. Today, with science expanding faster than we can keep up with, we have to wonder, are there other advanced races out there? We will find them, or will they find us first? Earth is still young in comparison to many planets. If we've advanced this far in 1 billion years, imagine what could be out there with planets that are 8 billion years older than planet Earth. I'm sure you've all heard of UFOs and aliens, but let me refresh your memory. First of all, UFOs are real, because after all, it is anything that is an unidentifiable flying object. However, only about 5–10% are suspected alien life. An alien is a foreigner, and in this case, a foreigner to planet Earth. This evening, I would like to open your mind to the idea that there are other alien life forms out there. With all science, encounters, and personal experiences, you should leave here feeling more enlightened. First of all, I'd like to point out that there are many UFO sightings. These sightings are just one reason you should believe in alien life forms. You may have heard of Roswell, New Mexico. This sighting is still today one of the most known encounters with foreign objects. Although some are skeptical, the real story proves to be quite interesting. It all began in Roswell, New Mexico in July of 1947. The story, according to RoswellMuseum.com, says after a thunderstorm, Mac Brazel, a local rancher, found strange objects on his ranch. Baffled, he contacted local authorities, and eventually the Roswell U.S. Air Force became involved. The first report said that the AAF found a flying saucer. However, when news got out, reports quickly changed to that was a mistake and that it was only a weather balloon. However, many feel that this was a government cover-up. After all, why would they report that they saw a flying saucer and then change it to a balloon? It couldn't have been. Reports from the Roswell military base have come close to say that aliens were in the craft. And most recently, in 2007, according to FoxNews.com, Lieutenant Walter Haut, the former PR for the base back in 1947, left a statement and an affidavit on his deathbed saying that he only wanted it opened after he died, that he had seen alien life, and that there was a spacecraft in the hangar and that he had seen it. He isn't the only one around there that had said this. With that being said, this brings me to my next point, the many personal encounters and reports on a daily basis. There are many personal encounters with UFOs. Maybe you yourself have witnessed another life form only to shrug it off because it happened so fast. In Texas, there have been many reports of a black triangle that hovers about 500 feet above ground and then takes off. According to the book Flying Saucers and Science, recently a witness in Texas was stargazing with her binoculars and noticed that a star would brighten and dim and brighten and dim, and this lasted for a few minutes. She wasn't sure if it was her eyes or her binoculars, and she checked, and it turns out that it was actually a star pattern. Suddenly a dark object hovered over the star and above her head, and she checked on it, and then it was gone. It was darker than the night sky and an acute triangle shape. This same shape has been seen in Austin, Texas, New Jersey, and Oregon, and more recently in China. These life forms has to be incredible. The science that they have has to be more advanced than we are to be able to sit for a few seconds on another planet. But our science is also advancing, which brings me to science, my next point. Our science has advanced so much that there's no longer the what if about life in other planets. Research suggests life still exists on other planets. In 2000, in a CNN report, a magnetic fossil was found from Mars. These seem to be the same ones that were the first fossils developed on planet Earth in the ocean. This suggests that at one point Mars hosted primitive life forms. Science has shown us that there are so many more planets out there. Surely one carries life like us. Since 1995, scientists know of more than 20 times more planets outside of our solar system than inside of our solar system. One even includes a planet that circles around a star much like our sun. This could mean it has water, which would mean that other life would exist. Perhaps in the next 20 years, we'll discover this planet. By now, I hope that you have a better understanding and also feel that life exists beyond our realms. I'd like to end tonight by quoting astronaut Edgar Dean Mitchell. I urge those who are doubtful, read the books, read the lore, start to understand what has really been going on, because there really is no doubt that we are being visited. Thank you and good night.